Hey, check it out. DeWitt Township Police Department. We did an upfit for them. I'm going to walk you around it here real quick and have Joe walk through some of the things that we added to this. So just a real quick walk around. Check out the inside. All right, Joe, so starting from the front, tell us what we got.
Here we have a Satina guard with wheeling ion lights. We have two here. And this Satina bumper guard also has fender guards that have reinforced bumper struts on the inside, so it's super heavy duty. In here under the hood, we have a howler, wheeling howler speaker that makes a lot of bass. Here we have your LED spotlights. Open the door.
I'll jump in from the other side.
Okay. We wired it up to have lights in the back containment area, and we put those on some option switches, 1 and 2, and those turn on some nice 3-inch LEDs right over the containment area, so you have a nice view back there. Here we have the Havas console with the wheeling core command system with a controller here. Pretty typical setup. Some cool features just that you don't see every day, I guess. When you hit the gun lock, it actually shows you here how much time you have before it re-engages. There's a lot of tricks to this system, too much to show on a short video. Up here we have your ID reader, nice and handy, right here next to the radar. All mounted, all hardwired. You see you don't have any plugs in the plugs. That's because everything's hardwired and fused. Under here, we were able to stick the printer, and that's you're able to engage it to change the paper and use it as you would. We have of course the rifle lock back there. Camera set up here with a ram mount, custom ram mount setup. We ran it off the inner edge mount, and this is if I were to unscrew that, the whole thing retracts down. You can service it, take your cards out, do what you will. Here we have the front radar, and have this computer mount, and that kind of is it's kind of a quick rundown of what you have up here. Back here we have this restrainment. It's a Pro Guard restrainment. I believe it's called OBS, and it's really awesome because the officers can simply unbuckle here, buckle here, pull here, and when you're in there, you're in there. It keeps you right in the back, and there's no moving around. So it's a pretty cool system, and it's clean. You can see these lights back here really help with just viewing what's back here. You know, clean up at the end of the day, or just whatever's going on.
What about the side windows and everything, Joe?
Side windows, you have your standard Pro Guard containment bars, and those are all just factory mounted, pretty standard, very heavy duty. There's no getting out of those. Back here, you can't see it through the glass, but you have a rear inner edge. It's called a RST. And then you also have two ion T's that were custom mounted into this molding. Here, you open it up, you get a little bit better view of the rear inner edge. And then there we mounted the rear radar, custom mounted on this, utilized this, and then ran wiring up through and down here through the factory loom and through this boot, so you'll see no extra wiring in the creases.
And why the radar here versus down up in here?
Down here is a catch point. A lot of times this is a gear area, so they're pulling gear out fast or at night, and sometimes you can catch. And then also I've had folks complain about hitting their head on it.
All right.
And the Pro Guard, all this in the back is all brand new. 2020 is when they started this, and it all fits real good. Everything, as you can see, is very well sealed off. We also threw in some ions up here on the rear windows to give some side coverage. And then if I open this up, this rear tray, you can see the Whelen core system. We have the core brains basically, and then a couple external amplifiers, and then just some general wiring, and then the customer's radio.
All right.
That's basically it.
So let's light this thing up and go around it and just check out the lights real quick.
Okay. There are a couple vertexes in the rear tail lights too. Just
Can this shut without
Yep.
shutting it?
So, first slide, in all slides, first slide will give us rear coverage. It's pretty standard. And then as we go up to the third slide, that's all coverage. Now, because I'm in park, it gives a softer tone. It tones the pattern down because we're in park. Tells it to do that. It's kind of a mellower pattern. And then I'll show you what happens when you put it in dry. It lights everything up. So that's your running code. Now we're back to park. Slows it down. The other thing to mention in the rear, we have through the Ford OBI, we actually tap in, and so if we hit the turn signal on the rear RTS, you're going to see that it turns on a signal here. We have all, let me turn this off. And if you stay back there, hit the brake, does that. And if I hit reverse, we get that.
Nice.
Just some little extra things we can do when we use some of the signals from 4. We have a traffic advisor on the rear traffic advisor. We utilize a low power option just for nighttime. Sometimes these lights can get so bright that sometimes when they're on, it's nice to be able to cut the power, especially if you're on scene at night. And then we also use the rear ion T's duals. We use the white function to form as a rear scene light on a button. So in case they need some rear coverage, they got that. The siren is there's 2 100-watt speakers in the front with a external amplifier plus a howler, so this is very loud with lots and lots of options. So you can run one siren tone on one speaker, one on the other, plus a howler, so you get a lot of different tones. And I'm not going to turn it on now because it would blow out the speaker, but we have just a typical button setup, the air horn, the manual. We did utilize the hands-free function in the steering wheel, so if I put it on hands-free, hit the steering wheel, we can cycle through tones, and also a double tap shuts the siren off. Now, if I were to have the siren going right now, it actually would not function unless I was in drive. So when you're in drive, the siren goes just like it should. It has a park kill, so when we put it in park, everything goes out. Now, if you don't shut it off and you put it back in drive, it comes back on.
Cool.
So that's basically, in a nutshell, what I can think of right now. Quick rundown.
Awesome. Let's light it back up again. I'll take a quick walk around and...
All right. You want it slow or fast?
Let's go with the slow. So thanks for checking it out. Thanks DeWitt Township Police Department for giving us the opportunity to work with you. Take care and stay safe.